Okay, it's March 10th, 2014, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about a trade that happened today that I missed. But going back and looking at it, I see where it was possibly a good trade. So one of the things that we're looking at it's still the morning, and one of the things that you see over here on the 5-year is the price is hitting up through this step in the profile. It looks like it's going to break out above the step. Now, the other two, ZB and ZN, have not approached their highs in the steps yet. That would be somewhere around here, 19.5, approximately, maybe 19.5, 18 even, and a half. Like there's this kind of tapering off that goes on right here. And then right over here, you can see between 05 and 06 and 06 and 07, there's some step areas here in the 30-year as well. But what we're looking at here is we're seeing prices start to test and break out on the 5-year. And you see prices move through these point of control areas here in the 10 and in the 30-year. So you can see here it's hitting right here in 18, 18.5. And at the same time, you can look over here in the 5-year, and we're going to see it print up here in the 5-year. And you notice here, over here on the ZN, it hits up here in the 19, comes back down. And notice what happens here when it pushes up. You can see it kind of building right over here. It's also stacking right here on the offer as well, which is preventing it from coming back down. But you can see here you've got some support. Now you see the 5-year hit right up into that, and you also see the 30-year start to rise above its control point. So some interesting things are happening right about now. It pulls back here to 18, 18.5. And you don't see a lot of stacking yet, and you don't see a lot of, like when it pushes up, you see the bids follow at, like 4, 5, 600. Not really a lot. So there's still some weakness here on the bid side pushing this up. You can see it's a little bit tentative over here. You still see some pulling over here on the bid side over here on the 5-year. So it just doesn't quite look so strong yet. So now you saw some strength here. You see it stacking up now here by 400, hitting at 500. It's absorbing some pretty good offers over here in the 5-year. You see it tick down, immediately tick right back up. So it looks like there's some strength coming in here, stacking now over 700. It absorbed this 1,000 right up here, and still hasn't come all the way back down. So now the question is it going to break up and break through? The bears had their chance here at 72 even. And we see over here, we see more strengthening. We see orders start to be pulled on the offer side. And you see orders pulled on the offer side really all over the place. So on all three. And I'm going to pause this and move this forward just a little bit. You can see here now on the 5-year, before I do that, on the 5-year, we have this tick right up here in the 75 level. 134 right here, and it's not getting hit into. And pulls back again, but still can't get past those control points on the 5-year. And then down here, over here on the 10-year, notice that we've got 2,800, 2,900 that's ticked right down here. We're in this control point of this big node, 65,000 node right here, and orders are absorbing right here. It's 2,900. Now they tick right back into the 18, and you see some support coming in right here. And I'll fast forward this a little bit further. So more bulls hidden in the 10-year. You can see that happen. It's just holding right here. You can see, notice all of the support that's come in now right here at this 17.5 level. So that's a lot of support that's come in over here. And even over here on the 30-year, You don't see a lot of offers hitting in and really trying to drive this down. You still see offers being pulled right here as well. And what we're looking for is we're looking for kind of a capitulation on the offer side. I'm just fast forwarding here. All right, so back to here. So here you can see we're going to see it tick up through 18 here. Boom, it jumps right up through 18, right up here to 18 and a half. And now notice that they're no longer stacking the orders here on the offer side. And notice that they immediately went to, instead of there being 400 or 500 orders right here, you've got 1,400. So, you know, even if it does tick back, you've got the bulls that are starting to show their hand, and you have over here on the 5-year, they're starting to move up through here. So 18 and a half, 19, probably good areas to hit, into. And you've got some good bull support. And what we're going to see happen here, we're going to see it tick around here back and forth. I'll just kind of go through this really fast, but right here at 19, it ticks back and forth, but you get a lot of good volume. It's having trouble getting up through this 19 level, but you've got a lot of bulls that are, you know, really ticking into here. So there's several opportunities to get in here at the 19 level. And you can see over here in the 5-year, it's already 2 ticks above the step in the profile. Now over here, the 30-year hasn't gone yet, and so, you know, that's kind of, we want to see the 30-year get ready to go here too. So here we go. We've got the 30-year right up against its highs. We've got 19. It just ticked up through 19 and now back. But notice how many times it ticked back to 19 and nobody wanted to take the bid down. Nobody wants to hit that bid at 18 and a half. It just is, you know, there's one right there, one contract. So notice just that the sellers either have become tentative or they're waiting to kind of rush in. And now we have 19 and a half. We've got some pretty good volume here, and boom, it just starts to push up at this point. So at this point, if you're not in the trade, it's probably a little bit late. It's not really ticking back all that much. And we can see here it just keeps going. And you see that it broke on the 30-year, broke on the 5-year, and we got a number of ticks here before it eventually turns around and comes back. So pretty decent trade and setup if you were watching the price action and the order flow closely. You can kind of see where the bulls were beginning to stack their positions. You could see the capitulation from the sellers, and eventually the thing moved up.